The European Union's trillion-euro spending plans are on the brink of collapse, with the bloc's leaders tonight set for crisis talks. The €1.8 trillion budget and coronavirus recovery fund are in doubt after Hungary and Poland threatened to scupper it. The bloc's post-pandemic recovery package has infuriated leaders in Budapest and Warsaw over a mechanism that ties funding to respect Brussels' rule of law and democratic principles. It means the two countries face being sanctioned even for potential risks to EU rules in an unprecedented crackdown on rogue member states. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán said his veto of the plan was linked to his long-term opposition to mass immigration into the EU. The strongman leader's government is already under investigation by the European Commission for alleged abuses of judicial and media freedom, as well as a crackdown on non-governmental organizations. Mr. Orbán said, once this proposal gets adopted, there will be no more obstacles to tying member states' share of common funds to supporting migration and use financial means to blackmail countries which oppose migration. Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki said the rule of law mechanism was an attempt by the European oligarchy to seize control of more powers. In an address to his national parliament, he said, if our partners do not understand that we do not agree to unequal treatment of states, then we will really use that veto in the end. The EU must be built on a foundation of law and legal certainty. Without this principle of legal certainty, the EU is a mechanism of arbitrary decision-making by bureaucrats and de facto by the European oligarchy. Warsaw is currently at loggerheads with the Brussels-based EU executive for its stance on gay rights and the forced retirement of Supreme Court judges not supportive of the government. The EU's next 7-year budget, which includes the €750 billion Coronavirus Recovery Fund, was agreed by leaders after acrimonious talks last July. Under the plans, the Commission will borrow money on the international markets to fund non-repayable grants and low-cost loans for pandemic-ravaged regions and industries. French President Emmanuel Macron heralded the deal as the biggest step towards full-blown European integration since the introduction of the bloc's single currency in 1999. But before it can be deployed, EU 27 leaders must rubber stamp the plans in a unanimous vote.